And we say greetings, this is Kabanka Pyramid representing the Lion Voice vlog. Make sure that them check it out and stay tuned. See? Rastafari blessings every time.
I mean, when I was younger, I always wanted to have a Rasta family. Like, I remember being young and only dating Rasta men because, you know, a bald man could not talk to me.
Well, front was a son was born and a child was given.
I want to ask you a question. Have you got your book? Haile Selassie's Ethiopia Volume 1, The Rise of the Priest Warrior King. I've read the book in its entirety, and I must say it's very inspirational, very informative, and very historical, right?
Them call him Rastafari. When he was born, rain fall from the sky. Them call him Rastafari. When he was grown in airplanes he fly. They call him Rastafari. The lion break the chain, weep not, don't cry. Them call him Rastafari. Read the Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. Then born near the city of Harar, the inspiration for Bob Marley's guitar. People crowd him like some big superstar. It no matter if England.
As we move into the building of Zion, as we enter this third world war, worldwide calamity, Armageddon struggle, global inflation, we are convinced that the solution lies in rebuilding Rastafari family, rebuilding the global family. But guess what? Can't do that if the brethren them and the sister them can't connect. If the brethren them and the sister them can't agree to build these families that are going to raise the children that are going to be the ones that are building Zion. So we have to touch these topics. And so it's so important to talk to the people, because I don't want to be in an echo chamber. I want to talk to I family, and I tell people I'm on Superpower is the network. I know a lot of people around the creation, and so I want to bring this conversation, and I tell people that even the hottest fireman then don't want to touch this topic with a 10-foot pole. I'm gonna tell you. So even the hottest, because I can talk, you know, I've been married 16 years with my queen, 20 plus years, and before that we lived what they would call a gallus lifestyle, whole heap of woman, and we went through all of them stages. So I don't come trying to pretend I'm a perfect man. I've been to that side there. So we know both sides of the coin. So we can have the honest conversation. A lot of men don't get no woman till they become Rastafari. I left that lifestyle to become Rastafari. You understand? But we're gonna get into all of that with Iman guest. Today I have a very special guest. I've known her for a very long time. You know, trotting through, watching her trot, the evolution of the trot over the years. And I've always been fascinated. So I'm very excited about this reasoning. This sister is an entrepreneur. We're gonna find out more about how she lives day to day. Very beautiful sister. If you go to her IG as a brethren, you go and scroll a couple times. I'm gonna tell you the truth, you know what I mean? Because you don't like what you see to an extent. But some other brethren are gonna burn fire. We're gonna talk about that as well, because we want to have an honest conversation. So my guest, I want to just welcome the beautiful sister Selah. Virtuous Selah. Blessings, my sister. How is everything with the eye?
Everything is great. Thank you for having me.
Yes. And thank the eye for agreeing to come out and to really touch on this topic, because I know there's a space of vulnerability when we talk, because all of us have relationships, you know, all of us go through these things and have a journey and an testimony. But I think you know, very important that we, you know, allow space for these conversations. In addition to the history, in addition to everything else, we want to talk about these things. So just start us off by, who is Sister Selah? You know, where were you born? And then give us, you know, the journey into Rastafari.
All right, so my name is Selah. My father gave me that name. I'm his 10th child. You know, when he named me, he was like, this is it. I'm not having no more children. So Selah. But after me came 8 more. So I don't know. I still love my name though. But the story behind it is very funny. I'm from Kingston, Jamaica, born and raised here. I consider that I come from a Rasta family. My father was a very active Rastafari man, 12 tribes member, Nyabingi member, and he has 18 children. But we were a Rasta family, pretty much. All 18 of us grew up in one house. We all grew up together, you know, until of course we got old and we moved out and stuff.
So you're saying 18 women, 18 children with one woman?
No. My father had 13 baby mothers.
Oh, wow.
You know, 13.
Wow. Well, and we're going to talk about that part there too, you know. I'm glad because this is a very prevalent, reoccurring with our community. So we're going to talk about it. But continue. Go ahead.
Yeah, and did regular stuff, went to high school, got into college, dropped out of college, helped my father with his construction goals, worked for people for a few years, and now I think I'm an entrepreneur, you know, doing what I love. Definitely, I have a daughter, she's 11 years old, and I think that's pretty much it about me.
Okay. And what exactly, in terms of the entrepreneurial space, is the I doing currently?
So right now I'm a content creator, or as you would call it, a digital media. So I love the creatives. I love going outside. I love creating content. So right now I create content for notable brands in Jamaica. So any big brand you want to name, I would have probably created content for them at some point.
Yeah, man. And I've been watching the I content journey as someone who's in the space. So definitely see that, you know, you have that skill. And social media is a business. You know, talk a little bit about, you know, because people see posting and think it's just a playtime, and they don't understand when you're doing it at a high level, it really takes a bit, and every business needs some type of social marketing. And this is one of the areas I think as Rastafari, we're not up to speed. You know, we're still looking at social media as just something you do on the side, and not really that this is where the business and the economics are driven in the modern marketing and promotion. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, yeah, I would say definitely, because years before I started doing this, I was working for people and I just felt so unfulfilled, you know, like my family was concerned about me. I used to quit jobs. Like I just get up today and if something happened, I'm like, no, see you enough for day I say, and I just leave the job. And that was just my life for many years. And then I got one job in a marketing firm, and I just found that it came very natural to me to create content for these companies, and it was just very natural, and I just turned it into a career. I left that company and started doing it independently. And I think for social media as well, it has to be something that you are naturally good at. You can't force it, because it's gonna become a drag. You're gonna hate it. Getting up and creating content every day is it's definitely not easy. It's something that you have to find that comes to you naturally. Like for me, I can get up today and see a flowers blooming outside and I just go take a picture of the flowers. Like regular people, some people don't do that. That's ridiculous, you know? But I find beauty in it and I should capture it, you know? Like, of course, as you ask, social media is indeed relevant to today. As Rasta people used to burn out social media, but I feel like we have to embrace it now. Whether we like it or not, it's happening. It's where everything is based nowadays. Like you no longer need to open a shop. You can have a digital space where your shop is and sell online. And that way you can reach a wider number of people. If I have a shop in Jamaica, only Jamaicans can buy from my shop.
Exactly.
Okay. Right. So I was saying social media it allows people to connect with a wider audience.
Yes.
So you no longer need to have a physical location if you're selling goods. If I have a physical location in Jamaica, only Jamaicans will purchase from my shop. Whereas if I have an online digital platform for my shop, anyone across the world can purchase from my shop.
Yes.
You understand? So I was saying we need to get with it. Definitely happening whether we like it or not. We just have to find ways to use it in a positive way.
Okay, beautiful. So obviously I spoke to the eye. You're not currently with your child's father. What have been some of the challenges as a Rastafari princess, trotting through the earth in terms of relationship? I just want to set the bed. I'm going to get to some of the other questions, but what have been some of those challenges?
I mean, when I was younger, I always wanted to have a Rasta family. Like, I remember being young and only dating Rasta men because, a bald man could not talk to me when I was in my early 20s. 18, I'm going to start there between 18 and 21. So, I only wanted to talk.
Are you willing to say your age, or you touch upon the age topic?
Yeah, of course. I'm 34 now. I'm 34 now. I'm proud.
Okay.
But yeah, between when I'm in my younger years, I used to only want to date Rasta men. Like, never want to see a bald man. And I think it was based on how I grew up in the Rasta family or in a Rasta home. My mother had locks too. I could say she's a Rasta. She's a Rasta. But for me, it was just my ideal goal to have a Rasta family of my own, right? And when I met my daughter's father when I was around 21, and he wasn't a Rasta as yet either, but I was a Rasta woman. I used to go to the Rastafari Youth Initiative meetings. I was a buddy.
That's where I met the eye. That's where I met the eye.
Yeah. And that was my first experience in a Rasta, environment where all Rasta youths, everybody was just passionate, everybody was just beautiful. It was great.
Yeah, man. I miss those days because I started Rastafari in university, and there were a lot of brethren and sisters around. So I always have that youth vibe, and we were part of the Nyabingi Youth Council in Washington, D.C. So when I saw that energy in Jamaica, it was like, a dream come true, And I knew a lot of the ones then. But I don't want to get off of the track of the relationship, because Youth Council is a whole another conversation. And I'm gonna
but you know what it gave us? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You gave what? Say what you're gonna say.
I was saying the youth initiative gave us purpose as Rasta youths.
Yes.
We had a purpose. We were functioning. It was good.
Yeah. Well, I Selah the first is the Almighty. And this is the Dejazmatch Kwasi. Yeah. When the woman them say they need some clarity, they're asking for a little transparency. Well, I tell the man them, focus on the mission. What? She said, don't you play with my heart. You need a bride cause the Gideon start. Be by your side cause time get dark. Babylon and peace want us take their mark. We try together now we both feel the spark. Say she need a lion fi defend from the shark. Say she need a Iron Man like Tony Stark. Say she need a lion heart fi play him part. Them think you cute, them don't know you're smart. Babylon a brood, them want break your heart. Them shoot, them shot, want your legs part. Love talk a lot but them still a skylark. Say she need a lion, not a dog that bark. Iron sharpen iron so the two are we sharp. Have you tried a Zion figure make our mark. She shake the shaker, I play the harps.